अनु मेरी अभी मीटिंग है 4 से 5। अनु
ड्रेस कोड रिव्यू ड्रेस कोड ಲದೆ ಪೋಲೆಂಡ್
बख्शी साहब नमस्कार। साफ करना आकाश जी गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
वेरी गुड इवनिंग।
कैसे है सर?
फाइन।
जस्ट अ मिनट, मैं शेयरिंग देख लेता हूँ सर। एक्चुअली नॉट हैविंग सिस्टम,
हाँ
थोड़ा फेस्टिवल इधर उधर तो सिस्टम ही नहीं है।
हाँ यस।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
जी बख्शी साहब नमस्कार।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू। वाह।
सतीश शर्मा जी जुड़े हुए हमारे साथ। सतीश शर्मा जी नमस्कार।
नाइस ऑफ यू सर, नाइस ऑफ यू।
सर स्क्रीन इज विजिबल?
हाँ आकाश जी ये स्क्रीन आप हटाओ, मैंने कुछ चेंजेस करे तो मैं इधर से शेयर कर
अच्छा,
दूँ। हाँ
तो मैं शेयरिंग बंद कर दूं?
यस यस यस, थोड़े माइनर चेंजेस किए हैं थोड़े से।
अच्छा,
विल बिकम बिट बेटर।
आपने मेरा काम थोड़ा सा आसान कर दिया बिकॉज टैबलेट में कभी किया नहीं है तो।
हाँ नहीं, टैबलेट से थोड़ा सा चैलेंज होता है।
हाँ, क्योंकि सिस्टम होता है तो अलग अलग टैब्स खोल लेते हैं, फटाफट कर लेते हैं।
यस यस।
Good morning, everyone. Happy Diwali.
यस वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग।
Paritosh
परितोष।
Namaskar. Everyone, Namaskar.
नमस्कार परितोष जी।
तो आकाश जी जो अपना
Yes, sir.
लेट अस फॉर्मली स्टार्ट, व्हाई टू वेट।
फाइन, चालू कर देते हैं। एक दो मिनट और रुक जाए सर, थोड़े और एक दो, बिकॉज
हाँ,
फेस्टिव
हाँ,
टाइम है
हाँ,
तो थोड़ी लिबर्टी
रुक जाते हैं।
मिल जाए। हाँ, और कोइंसिडेंटली आज इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच भी है।
नहीं नहीं, हमने मैच के साथ मैच रखा है तो पूरा
मैं तो देखता नहीं हूँ ज्यादा तो।
पूरन धरदी फ्रॉम जम्मू, he is also joined. Satish Sharma ji is there. Rajesh ji has joined.
हाँ जी सर।
Suresh Agrawal ji, good evening.
Good evening, ji.
Very good evening, sir. Akash ji, let us start.
Yes, sir. Let's start. So, good evening, everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of My Valuation Bank
Good
and
evening, sir.
ERWA. So, today on the very auspicious day of Dhanteras, many people are celebrating Dhanteras today, and some people like me celebrated yesterday. So, more or less, this is a festival season of Diwali, and in this, we have kept a very important session of art of getting valuation assignments. Uh, there was n number of demands, and many valuers, young valuers, new valuers like me who don't have much experience in valuation assignments were expecting a session like this. And considering that our beloved Dr. Ajay Garg has kept a session on today that Dhanteras is all about getting uh, wealth. So not just the wealth in terms of money. Today we are going to have uh, a good amount of something, a wealth that is kind of different kind of wealth, which will enable us to get wealth in future as well. So with this, I welcome Dr. Ajay Garg. Sir, your screen is not being shared.
Yes, I am not sharing the screen as of now,
Okay,
Akash ji,
okay,
and I
okay,
will share
okay,
it.
okay. So,
And yes,
okay, fine. So, with our speaker of the day, Dr. Ajay Garg, we all know him very well. We all are in touch with him since long, and he is very kind-hearted and helpful person who always finds time and devotes for the betterment of the valuers, young valuers like me, and for the profession as well. To formally introduce him, Ajay Garg is a business coach, he's a mentor, he's diversified professional, having many degrees in his basket, like he has done MA, MCom, MBA. He is a practicing company secretary, LLB, PhD, registered valuer, IP, and many others. So this is this we are very blessed to have because we are going to gain so much of information and knowledge from his experience. He has also served as a director of Corporation Bank, and he's along with that he is a great author. He has authored three books as of now, and fourth is under print. The most diversified thing that he has done for the valuers and the valuer community is incorporating a valuation bank. I'm very much sure you all must have visited myvaluationbank.com some other day or other, because we all
very well, and good evening to all whosoever attending this session. My endeavor will be to give at least one new idea in this session about how to get the valuation assignments. And we will start with the common mistakes which usually made by the new entrant in the profession. New entrant in the profession, and what mistakes they usually make. We will talk about those mistakes also, so that new entrants can avoid such mistakes during their initial years. And that way we will take this session forward. Very well, today is Dhanteras and Sureshji is there. Dhanteras is celebrated all across India to invite the blessings of Goddess Lakshmi. And purposefully, this session has been kept on Dhanteras. Dhanteras will continue till 5:30. Why this has been kept for Dhanteras? Because this is the most apt topic for Dhanteras, where art of sourcing the valuation assignments, how to source the valuation assignments, that we will be discussing here. And see, let us start with the first common mistake which usually a new entrant in the profession makes.
So,
Yes,
really,
Akashji,
really,
welcome back.
really sorry, sir. So,
Yes,
uh, uh, I'm not at such convenient place and not having the convenient devices. So I'm really extremely sorry. I was logged out.
yes, please continue.
Yeah. So as I was saying, he has created a myvaluationbank.com, and we almost have visited the website at least once, because whenever we face any challenge or any difficulty for while doing any valuation, what the first thing we seek for a kind of sample valuation report, so that we can get an understanding, a better view as to how to proceed for a particular assignment and to complete it. And for that, we have the best thing that is available in India. I don't think there is any such kind of uh, bank or any such database is there as of now in the country. So I am a regular visitor of myvaluationbank.com. I personally visit and look after the how the valuation is being done by the valuer, what approaches, what it gives us a thought process. So with I think it has more than 45,000 or 50,000 hits in just 1 year. It's not the website is not very much old. It's very new baby. Uh, so with this, I request Ajay Gurji to take over the session and please enlighten us as to how to get more valuation assignment and what we should do as a young valuer. Please
Yes,
share your experience.
thank you. Akashji, now the number of hits which we have crossed on my valuation bank is 4,50,000 plus.
Sorry, yeah, it was 5
4
lakh.
lakh
I
50,000. This
just
is update
said it.
latest from my team. And the second
Okay.
thing that now 50
Uh-huh.
plus international valuation reports are also available. How things are happening in other
Yep.
countries. We have taken that
Mhm.
initiative also, and now 15 plus international valuation reports are also available.
Yes,
Target is that the portal must have 5 valuation reports each from each nation.
hmm.
Means at least 50 nations and 5 valuation reports of each nation, they shall be available on this portal. That is next endeavor, next commitment for
Yes.
the that
It
before we
it
celebrate the third year, we
haha.
will have the 150 international reports on that portal. That is
Actually, actually, that is very much required, sir. Because when we think of moving beyond the boundary and doing valuation globally, the things that we generally do in our domestic country, that is totally different. Because we have to go with the IBBI guidelines and all those things. But while going into international market, the concept is totally different. I have visited the website and saw one to few valuation reports, and there I came to know that the approach is totally different while doing a valuation internationally, globally. So it's
yes.
helping a lot. Thank you, sir.
And first of all, the common mistakes which are made by the new entrant in the profession. First common mistake which I could identify while interacting with the young professionals, young means new entrant, searching flesh in the den of lion. For searching the flesh, one has to go to forest
Hmm.
or the city. In the den of the lion, you don't get it. So don't make this mistake. Means if you are talking to say super senior and you are asking for the assignment, then you are proving yourself to be foolish. Don't do this.
Hmm.
Don't make this mistake. This is the first lesson for the new entrants. Second lesson is low hanging fruits. Low hanging fruits where you are doing the assignment just for 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 rupees, and you are just doing the valuation for the company where the paid up capital is just 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh rupees, and company is going to raise another 2 lakh rupees and you want to do the valuation of that. So I will call it low hanging fruits, and don't make such mistakes. Always aspire for, and as far as these low hanging fruits are there, then advise the client so that his corporate assignment is complete without the valuation. That way you are doing the goodwill gesture, and this goodwill gesture, whatever you do, that always comes back in your life. So therefore, my advice is avoid low-hanging fruits. Don't go for that. They are not for you, because all the valuers are seasoned professionals. Because you cannot enter this profession unless you have spent 3 quality years or 5 quality years in your profession. And this is still the additional profession and not the
Mhm.
exclusive profession. Therefore, this mistake is not advisable. Third mistake is crowded street. Crowded street, I call the assignments which are being followed by all 5,000 plus valuers. Don't make such mistake. Go in the street just like Amitabh Bachchan, where you are the number one and you are the only one in the line. And how and what type of assignments are there which are usually neglected by the professionals, or they don't even think about that. I will tell that also during today's session. And crowded streets, Akashji,
Yes, sir.
I think that now cub hunting alone means the new entrant in very first year handling complicated, trying to handle complicated assignment at its own. Then what is going to happen? This picture clearly tells that when as a young and new entrant you try to do the complicated valuation assignment, then there will be a challenge, and in every likelihood your assignment will be below expected standards, and below expected standards means you will be putting yourself into trouble. Mukundji, welcome. And there is another assignment. We will be asking for the comments of the seasoned professionals who are joining this session here in between. First of all, let us talk about the low paid assignments where you do same efforts, because say international valuation standards are applicable for all, whether you do assignment for 20,000 rupees or 20 lakh rupees, the international valuation standards are applicable. Means when you do the hunting, just like a lion in the forest, whether he takes the bigger target or the smaller targets, the efforts, the running, the results, everything changes. So then take care. Low paid assignments is not your cup of tea. Leave it for some others. Leave it for the crowd. If you want to stand out of the crowd, then don't enter into low paid assignments. Well, latest challenges. There are some latest challenges, Akashji, which I
Yes,
want
sir.
to tell. Number one, registered valuer now outnumbers resolution professionals.
Yes.
Means the field now has become competitive.
More
There
competitive.
are 100 plus RV entities. There are 100 plus
Mm-hmm.
RV entities, and 100 plus RV entities means the quality business is going to the RV entities. That is not happening to the individual valuer. Means if you are aspiring to do something extraordinary in this business of the valuation profession, then join hands and create RV entities, because these 100 plus RV entities are cornering around 80% of the business, and
Yes.
rest 20% business is going to the individuals. in terms of the revenue which is being generated for the registered value professionals. Third thing, remember, shift your strategy because IBC assignments have dried up now. With
Yes.
increase in threshold limits to 1 crore. Earlier, the limit was 1 lakh rupees.
1 lakh.
And now, post Corona, there is a challenge that IBC assignments have reduced, and that is the reason why the quotation for IBC assignment, the amounts for the quotation for IBC assignments has also reduced. Means now most of the IBC assignments have become either low paid or are being cornered by 100 plus registered valuer entities. And due to Corona, corporate actions have also slowed down. Corporate actions means mergers, demergers, and all type of actions, takeovers. They have also slowed down. So therefore, there is need to shift the strategy. Now, what should be the shift? Let us talk about that shift. That if assignments are not happening here or these are the challenges, then what is the solution?
Mm.
Less traveled assignments. Let us talk about less traveled assignments. If you have not yet thought of entering these fields, then enter. Number one, VC funds. On the other side, what is happening? VC funds have increased and their presence in India has increased.
Mm.
VC funds. And VC funds, even if you are attached with one VC fund, it can give you not less than 10 assignments in a year. Means the catch is on Dhanteras that if you have not yet explored the VC funds, then explore, befriend them, get connected with venture capital funds. Even if you get connected with one solid venture capital funds, then bare minimum 10 assignments in a year will happen to you. Yes, so then lot of background noise. So then let me make some changes so that this noise can be reduced. Just let me.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. Okay, Mukundi, and if there is any challenge, kindly let me know so that we will take corrective action for that. So then venture capital funds I was talking about. Now there may be a question that how to find the list of the venture capital. Is there any question like this, Akashji? Do you want to know, Akashji, where from you can get the detail of the venture capital funds?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is the main question.
Then see
How
the list who approves venture funds in India, where the list is available, whether address is also available, address and contact details. Answer is yes. Answer is yes. And where? SEBI. So therefore, if you have not yet explored, then explore venture capital funds and get connected at least with one venture capital fund so that assignments do not dry at your table. Second is arbitration matters. Arbitration matters. Then what happens in case of arbitration matter, Akashji? That every arbitration matter, as far as corporate disputes are concerned, always in 80% of the cases ends with the entry of the valuer. Means, you know what I want to convey, that if you are not yet connected with the any arbitration forum, that connected with the arbitration forum. If you get connected with the arbitration forum, then assignments at your table will not dry up. Low hanging fruits, banking assignments from bank, where we have seen lot of scrubbing by the land and building class of valuers, because maximum are land and building class of valuer 2,500, 50%. And my take for them is that take care of REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. Now we have more than 20 such trusts in India. And in next 2 years, this 20 number is going to increase to 100 at least. Real Estate Investment Trust. And this real estate investment trust, here assignments are frequent. Reason being, law says that every real estate investment trust has to go for revaluation. Every Akazi, you just take up, just give me a break of 1 minute. Hello, Akazi. Akazi, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Just take up for a 1 minute
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm coming back. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure, sure. So we are going to have the session. I request all the members to post their query or to note down their query, and all the queries or any kind of observation or suggestion you people have, we may discuss in the last 15 to 20 minutes. We have kept a time slot for that. So Ajay sir would be going with the
Okay,
presentation,
back.
and in between, at any point wherever you feel some more detailed
Akazi, I am back. Real estate investment trust I was talking about, and then second one to talk about is infrastructure investment trust. Infrastructure investment trust. These have also seen the light of the day. Very recently, even NHAI has created one NH investment trust and National Highway investment trust, which is again another InvIT. And see, Akashji, here what happens? Every 6 months, all the properties are required to be revalued. Number one thing. That means periodically assignments going to happen. Number two, the valuation of the assets of the basket of real estate and investment is very big. Means that if you are considering yourself as super valuer or super professional, and if you are in land and building class, or if you are in the class of plant and machinery, then there is very high probability that if you get connected even with the closely held investment trust, they are also following the SEBI guideline, and they are also getting their assets valued after every 6 months. Number one thing. Number two thing, whenever they divest any asset or whenever they acquire additional asset, at that time also they are duty bound to take the valuation report and submit this valuation report to the stock exchanges, which is the extended arm of the SEBI. Means less traveled segments, venture capital funds, arbitration matters, real estate investment trust, and infrastructure investment trust. This is the time to shift the focus from IBC assignments to these type of assignments if you want your journey as a valuer to be exciting and interesting, and you want to continue, then do like this. And see, this Akashji, this we can discuss with everyone because as far as this concept is concerned, this concept is very interesting concept. First one,
sure,
known
sir.
versus unknown. If you are young entrant, then unknown person will give you the assignment, known person will test your stamina. So therefore, always go and focus on unknown person. Same profession versus other profession, because similar professional is jealous of you. So then assignments will not happen from that table. More
Yep.
assignments will happen from the table of other professionals. Then focus there. Means whenever you are creating a word about you, create that word with the other profession, where from and whatever profession is yours. Working versus practicing. Always better if you talk to the working professional and create your name with the working professionals. Professional versus non-professionals. Non-professionals will give you the more lucrative assignments than the professionals. I'm talking all these things on the basis of the experience, not only my experience, but the collective experience of my other colleagues also. Same age versus different age. Whether that age is higher or less, but different age bracket values you more. Therefore, move in the different age bracket so that you get the better assignments. Linkages. Linkages. Now this is the time to get linked with startup funds. And Akashji, I also want to tell one more thing. 50,000 crores funds which was announced by Nirmala Sitharaman in July 2020. Now that fund has been created. Government of India has already transferred 10,000 crore rupees, and that mother fund has already entered into committed agreements with 30 venture capital funds, where they will be bringing 80 rupees and 20 rupees will be given by this government fund, so that 10,000 crore fund will become 50,000 crores. Means forget startup funds, even MSME funds are now in the pipeline, and they are also now gearing up. If you get that list of 30 startup funds, then you can get connected to them as a valuer. And where will you get the list? This may be a question, that how to get that list and how to reach there. Then I am open and I want to tell that NSIC Venture Capital Funds Limited. This is the company to whom this is 100% subsidiary of NSIC. Government of India has already transferred 10,000 crore rupees, and this list of 30 venture capital daughter funds, where committed agreements have been made. The list and contact detail is available on NSIC Venture Capital Fund Limited. If you are interested, you means each one of us, then do some efforts and align the funds. Even if you get in the good books of one venture capital fund, more than 10 assignments round the year are bound to happen to you. And these are quality assignments. These are not 20, 30,000 assignments. These are big assignments. And once you enter into the tie-up, then what happens? Every year they have to revalue their investment. See the magic. Whether your customer is coming back to your shop, here, yes. So then it makes sense to get connected with MSME funds, which is now just on the cards, and things have already taken shape, and NSIC Venture Capital Fund Limited has this list, and you can also connect with them. Credit rating agencies, we have by this time 6 credit rating agencies, and all the credit rating agencies are doing wonderfully well. Wonderfully well means if the value of the least credit rating agency, least valued credit rating agency is at least 100 times of its face value. मतलब 10 रुपया का शेयर जो है वो 1,000 रुपये से कम किसी भी क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसी का नहीं है. And law firms, because who handles arbitration matters? Law firms. So if you cannot get connected with the arbitration forum, then get connected with the law firms, so that you are indirectly connected to the arbitrators, and you are able to get the regular assignments over there. And this we will leave, because last time we covered this particular empanelment thing.
Yes.
And but there is some change. One change is that last time we suggested that get empaneled with the banks. Now you will see I have put a line over there. Kata laga do. Forget. Because it is better to be idle rather than doing the boring things and putting yourself into a trap. Similar is with IP entities, because IP entities, IBC assignments have now dried up, and assignments are being cornered by the 20 top IP entities. And the recent change is that now the law has been further amended on the dictates of the Supreme Court, where the law says that insolvency professional, instead of insolvency professional, IP entity can also be appointed. IT
Says there is
entities
noise,
can
too
also
much
be
noise.
appointed as insolvency professional, as a resolution professional. If this is the scenario, then what is going to happen? That forget IP entities also. In this list, what the change has happened in last 1.5 years, that banks and IP entities, at least I and my close circle do not advise you to waste your time for getting empaneled with the banks and IP entities. All other continues. All other are still lucrative, but banks and IP entities, they have lost the steam. Well, and let us, Akashi, you have any question at this stage?
Sir, shall we take the questions at last?
No. In the between, because in between we will be asking for some comments also from
Okay,
all of us.
okay. Okay. In your absence, I suggested all to post their questions
Yes,
in the
yes.
last. So, in the meantime, we can ask the members whether they have any kind of questions till now for all the points that you have discussed or all the methods that you have suggested. If anyone is having any questions, they can
Yes.
unmute themselves and they can ask the question.
And
Paritoshi is having a question. OL office means.
yes, Paritoshji, OL office means official liquidator, because still some of the assignments for liquidation are going through official liquidator, and official liquidator used to empanel the valuers in earlier regime also, and they continue to empanel the valuer for valuation of the companies which are now going to the graveyard. Therefore, OL offices are there, at least one office in every state, and you can empanel yourself to the state wherever you are.
So my question would be, like as you said, for the scope that we have, but as they are not legal or they are not mandated by any law. So what I felt or what I experienced is that they generally prefer a merchant banker for the valuation assignments
Who?
rather than an individual valuer,
Who?
like the venture capital fund trust and all those. They prefer merchant bankers.
We have to replace them, no? And beginning
Ha.
has beginning has already been made. Therefore, I am talking this. That if say a small breakthrough has already happened and we are now 5,000, that means if all 5,000 will try this, then what will happen? That maybe that we are able to replace say 30% of the assignments, but 30% is not bad. Today we have near to 2% assignments which are happening to the valuers and 98% happening to the merchant banker. But what
Yes.
merchant bankers are doing? They are also basically what is happening, Akashji, because this profession as of now have only one side, practicing side of the profession. Employment side of the profession is not recognized. But what is
Yes.
happening that these merchant bankers are also engaging the valuers on full-time retainership basis, means single
Mhm.
client retainership.
Mm.
Single client retainership means you will only be doing their assignments. So
Mm.
then I see the future, that in future, even the valuers will have another side of the profession where full-time employment will also be there for the valuers. And there is a question why there are some interesting questions. First of all, let us go to Shubham Goyalji. Shubham Goyalji, kindly unmute yourself. Welcome.
Sir,
And,
sir, first
and
of
ask
all,
your question. Yes.
sir, am I audible now?
Yes.
Sir, first of all, thank you very much for taking this much awaited session of Art of Getting Valuation. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, my question is, as you were discussing about get in touch with different authorities like real estates, venture capital funds, and other persons and other entities. So, my general question is how to get in touch with anyone. So, for
Yes.
what steps, what basic steps I need to do? I need to search their name, their list, how I need to contact them via Facebook, via direct calling. So, any specific tips regarding that?
Download list from 7. First one. First
Okay,
step.
sir.
I am talking in reference to venture capital funds. Download
Okay,
this from SEBI, number one thing. Number two thing, contact detail is available over there. This is second step. Third step, prepare your profile as a valuer. Fourth step is send this through email. Fifth step is send hard copy also, because life of email is very short.
okay, sir.
5-step process.
Thank you very much, sir. And sir, one more question I have. Whether currently I am practicing as an individual, whether it is beneficial to practice as an entity or individual is okay, also okay.
Yeah, prepare your group because 100 RV entities are now cornering 80% of the assignments.
Okay, okay, sir. So better to prepare for my
Yes.
entity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you.
I have one small question.
Yes,
Suppose I want to form valuer entity.
yes.
So it is essential that only IBBI qualified person can be my partner, or non IBBI, I means person who are involved in valuation in IT Act, that can be possible.
See, Paritoshji, we are all duty bound by section of the Companies Act,
Okay, sir.
and RV entities are regulated by IBBI, and there is clear cut thing that your partner can be only the valuers.
Okay. It can be plant machinery or
Yes, yes.
financial,
Yeah.
well, IBBI qualified ultimately.
That is possible, yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And before we go to Satish ji, let us just go to the question of Rajeshwar Ravji. Rajeshwar Ravji, kindly come on screen also. Rajeshwar ji from Bangalore. And
Sir, good evening, sir.
yes, very good evening. And this is very good question, Rajeshwar ji, which you have put up over there, BMOs.
Yes, sir.
And see, as a professional, when I was growing up, then I got this taste of having lunch and dinners with the entrepreneurs. I developed this taste to have the lunch and dinners with the entrepreneurs. But it is very difficult to have lunch and dinner with the entrepreneurs. So then I found out the short way of that I am member of the chambers of my city. And I get at least 12, I ensure that I must attend at least 12 events where I am intermingling with the entrepreneurs and having lunches and dinners in their chambers. I am paid member. 5,000 rupees and you are getting 12 lunches or dinners in a year. And that makes sense because you are in the company of your potential customers. So this secret also I have told you today, that in Bangalore, find out one good, vibrant organization of the entrepreneurs. Professionals are welcome as a member. You may have to shell out 5,000, or because Bangalore is costly city, maybe you have to shell out say 11,000 rupees maximum, because for professionals, actually all the business member organizations, they have the less fees. So then once you become the member of the BMO, then the assignments at your table will increase. What is this BCIC, Rajeshwarji?
Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce.
How frequently you visit or meet or attend the programs?
After COVID, it has become less, but earlier I used to attend at least 3-4 programs. One is budget session, annual general meeting, in between corporate law committee.
Now I will also become the member of the same chamber and to give you the competition.
Okay, sir. Then I'll introduce you to the chamber. You can
Yes.
become member.
And then what will happen? Then we will both together attend the 12 programs in a year. And let's
Definitely.
see how the magic happens.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is a small question. Akashji, help me. There are two more questions, and there is question by the
Again, I will
Just
There is a question by Om Saraswati. Om Saraswati, welcome. He is from my city. Om Saraswati, kindly come on screen. A senior professional from Faridabad. Om Saraswati. Correct, he is
Yes,
there.
yes, sir.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy Diwali, sir.
Yes, and switch on your video also. We want to greet you by
Uh,
seeing you, if possible.
sir,
If
sir,
not
that is,
possible, then
huh,
then Saraswati, your question I have already replied how to get empaneled. I have told the
yeah,
5-step process to
yes,
Shubham
sir.
Gill.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Sir, you said merchant bankers. Merchant bankers, how to get the list?
not, I didn't say merchant banker. I said
No, no.
alternative investment fund. Now the name
Okay,
has changed.
okay,
Remember,
okay,
the name of the VC funds have now changed to alternative investment funds.
okay, okay. So that list we can have from the SEBI website.
SEBI portal, because SEBI
हाँ,
empanels.
जी, जी.
See, sir, without SEBI approval, you means any fund cannot do such activities in India. SEBI is the regulator for AIF.
Yeah,
And
that
the
is there.
list is
That is there.
available on portal.
That is there, sir.
Yes. So now the
Thank you, sir.
name has
Thank
changed from VC funds to alternative investment funds.
you.
And
Ji.
another list is also available. That is available on NSIC Venture Capital Fund Limited. This is the list of the 30 VC funds which have been committed the funding under MSME funding, which is released by Government of India to NSIC Venture Capital.
Hmm.
And see, there is a question. There is a question by Mr.
how to get opportunities with
No.
credit rating agencies.
Sir, there is a question by Mr. Suresh Agarwalji, which has already been replied. So let
Yes,
us
yes.
welcome Suresh Agarwalji from Jaipur. Agarwalji, kindly come on screen. Suresh Agarwalji, and then we will go to Rajeshji and Satish Sharmaji. Satish Sharmaji is after Suresh Agarwalji. So then we will discuss because he raised the hand. So then we will go to Satish Agarwalji. Sureshji, are you on the screen? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yes,
Ah.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And see, your plate is perfectly full.
Right. Very enlightening alternative you have told us.
Yes, and BMO I have already cleared. So then this, and in Jaipur also find out, because you are already the member, not only the member, but I understand you are adding the committee also. So basically,
Yeah.
this suggestion is for the youngsters who are new entrant into
Yeah.
professional life, that it always pays to become the member of business member organization. For example, Akashji is from Surat. And
Yeah.
suppose there is Diamond Merchant Chamber of Commerce and Industry, even if say the fees is 21,000 rupees, if he will join that now, the quality of practice which he is doing, quality of clientele which he is having, will
Yeah.
transform in 3 years, not in 1 year. Don't be greedy, not in 6 months, don't be greedy. But this will take 3 years plus.
Yeah.
Akashji, because you are very young, so then this is the suggestion for you. Well, let us go to Satish Sharma ji. Satish Sharma, Suresh ji, if you want to share any or if you want to add anything, feel free to add.
No, as of now, please
Yes.
continue.
Okay. Let us go to Satish Sharma ji. Satish
Yeah.
Sharma ji raised
Yeah.
the hand. Let
Yes,
us.
yes.
Yes. Sharma ji, welcome.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, welcome, sir.
I am from, sir, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, I am from Hisar, Haryana, and I have retired from government service. And after retirement, I have done IBB examination. I have cleared my examination,
Okay,
but I am stuck just in the beginning, sir.
okay.
तो
And
मुझे
you are in
समझ
which
नहीं आ
asset
रहा
class,
कि
sir?
मैं कहाँ से स्टार्ट कर पाऊँ.
Which asset class,
Sir,
sir?
land and building, sir.
Land and building. And from which
Land and building,
department
sir.
you retired, sir?
Sir, I was SDO in Haryana Urban Development Authority.
Okay, sir. See, sir, find out in Hooda, which has now become HSVP.
Yes, sir, HSBP, sir.
Yes. So then in Hooda, find out that whether there is any arbitration cell.
No, sir, there is no arbitration, sir.
Then go for HSIIDC.
HSIDC. Okay, sir.
Most likely you will find arbitration cell in HSIIDC.
Okay, sir.
And then be connected with these two institutions. You will get lot of valuation assignments there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Good, sir. Good, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right, sir, right.
और बाकी सर बैंक्स वगैरह के लिए कोई गाइडेंस?
Low hanging fruit, don't go. आपके
हाँ, low
स्तर पे
hanging
सामान
fruit,
नहीं है वहाँ.
ठीक 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 सर, ठीक है सर.
आर्बिट्रेशन देखो, आपका फोकस एरिया मैंने बता दिया आपको सर. एक और डिपार्टमेंट बता देता हूँ वेयर यू कैन इजीली गेट कनेक्टेड. If
Yes, sir.
not at these two places, then get connected with DHVVN.
BS?
Dakshin Haryana and Uttari Haryana. Another one is.
Okay, 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 sir. Okay, I understand, sir.
They have arbitration cell. I am aware about that. Because what happens when the bills are outstanding now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
By default, they have charge on the assets of the company, including the land and building.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Then
Good, sir. Good, sir.
DHVVN will also come to your rescue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, sir. And now, Akashi, there is a question by Rajesh Chitreji. How can opportunities be identified through credit rating agencies? So, Akashi, Rajesh ji ko let us call Rajesh ji on screen.
Yes, sir. Rajesh ji, please.
Would be better.
Yeah, I'm already here.
Please
This is
switch on your camera.
Welcome, Rajesh ji.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and Rajesh ji, see, each of the credit rating agency have at least 20 offices in various cities. That means that one credit rating agency does not mean that India have only 7 credit rating agencies. And most of their offices works as per the template which is provided by the central office, their controlling office. And as per their manuals, they work as per their manuals. And many times what happens that they engage valuers also. If you know any manager there, manager means at least the general manager rank person.
Sir, what I was trying to understand was, what are the kind of opportunities which are thrown up by approaching or accessing credit rating agencies? I mean,
This is what
which typically are the nature of such assignments?
Yeah, corporate valuations. Assignments which are available with the credit rating agencies are in relation to the corporate valuations because they have to issue the ratings. And these ratings are based on the international standards which are applicable for rating agencies. And sometimes what happens when they are doing the valuation, when they are doing the rating assignments, rating is not only related to the collection of information. This is related to, in big cases, in relation to the valuation of that asset also, because most of the time title of the assets are not very clear and title of the assets are complicated. Even the valuation part of the asset is not very clear. So therefore what happens in case of the Mid-size or even big-size corporates, they always engage under their own name. Your name is not going to the client company. Your name will remain only and you will work only as the team member of the credit rating agencies. But ICRA, CRISIL, all these are engaging the valuers, and sometimes what is happening, they are engaging the valuers on single retainership, that you will not work for others. These type of conditions are also there. And big TEV consultants, they also put this condition. TEV consultants, they also put such conditions that you will not work for others and you will work round the year only and only for us.
So are you referring to valuation of land and building segment here only?
No, in addition to that, the corporates also. Corporate valuation means SFA valuations and P&M also. All three. SFA, P&M, L&B.
So I'm actually, to be honest, I'm still not clear. Why would a credit agency require a valuation to be done? Because their exercise is essentially to make an assessment of the business and the cash flows to assess whether the cash flows are adequate to service the obligations of the corporate. So with this objective in mind, where would a valuation essentially be required? That's something which is still not clear to me, sir. Would help if you are able
Yes.
to, throw some light on that.
Yes. See, credit rating agencies, on the basis of their reports, lot of funding is raised by the corporates. This funding sometimes is through commercial papers also, where commercial papers are allowed to be issued only by the corporates having A plus, that is AAA, or AA plus rating. Only those companies are allowed to raise funding through commercial papers. Second thing is that even when they are raising the debt funding or they are issuing the fixed deposits or they are going for other instruments, there also there is requirement by the self-regulatory body. That self-regulatory body is known as FIMDA. This self-regulatory body FIMDA is there, and FIMDA requirement is there that even if it is credit rated, then also it has to go for the valuations. Only then FIMDA allows the fixed interest bearing securities to be issued. FIMDA is self-regulatory organization which takes care of fixed interest bearing securities. And Akashi, what we will do regarding this credit rating agencies, we will go in one of the manager and we will have a separate session on that, so that the valuers who are attached with us can get first-hand information from the manager of the credit rating agency.
Yes. That would be great, sir.
Yes, sir. Very thankful for it.
So then what will happen, that the questions of the valuers like Rajesh ji, they will be directly cleared by them, and FIMDA valuation guidelines are available on FIMDA portal. FIMDA gets advisory from RBI, but FIMDA itself is self-regulatory organization, and this is applicable for fixed bearing securities. Fixed interest bearing securities. Fixed interest bearing securities. Rajesh ji, you want to add something?
Yeah, I think maybe an interaction with maybe a general manager from a credit rating agency will help here. Essentially, the reason I'm asking this, I have myself been associated with CRISIL earlier,
Yes.
and which is why I was not able to relate the requirement of a valuation in the context of the credit rating exercise which is done by the credit rating agency. But possibly, as you rightly suggested, sir, maybe an interaction with a general manager in the credit rating agency may help in understanding the requirement or the need from their perspective for evaluation.
Yes. And see that recently what is happening, that because big stakes are there in case of real estate investment trust and infrastructure investment trust, where and there are certain other categories also where credit rating is compulsory. And actually after 2015 lot of things have changed on the table of the credit rating agencies also. We will have a separate session so that
Sure.
not only Rajeshji but other valuers can also understand what type of opportunities are available over there. And in the meantime, what each one of us can do, that in our city, if the nearest possible office of the rating agency is there, and if we can befriend them, then it makes sense to befriend them, because what is going to happen, that sooner or later, if you befriend, the assignments will happen, because lot of works which they are doing in addition to the rating, that is related to the valuation which they are doing in relation to the other entities, means that international entities also. Okay, let us,
Sure, sir. Thank you.
yeah, let us go back to now Akashji.
Yes, sir.
Let us first see if there is any other further question. Not as of now. We have good interaction here. And Satish Sharma ji also asked his question. In the meantime, Mahesh ji has also joined from Jammu. Purandhar ji is already there from Jammu. And we have some of the valuers from as down as Kerala, then from Gujarat. You are there.
सर
From West Bengal also we have.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था
Yes.
सर मैंने सुना है जैसे कोर्ट में जो हाई कोर्ट या सुप्रीम कोर्ट होता है उसमें भी वैल्यूएशन के लिए मतलब वैल्यूअर अपॉइंट होते हैं मैंने सर एक जगह दिल्ली कोर्ट में अप्लाई किया था तो उन्होंने कॉल भी किया था लेकिन एक राउंड के बाद उन्होंने कहा कि फिर अपडेट करते हैं मतलब वो कोर्ट में भी क्या क्या सही रहता है मतलब आई डोंट नो
यस बिल्कुल ठीक है ऐसा होता है एंड नाउ सी there was a question by Satish Sharma ji, shall I try to empanel in the banks? My take is that if you are trying to empanel in the banks, then always remember that empanel only with the banks of affluent nations. Banks of the affluent nation. Do not go for empanelment where the crowd is big. Go for the empanelment with the very select banks. Very select banks, like the banks from Germany, like the banks from Australia, like the banks from the US. And if their branches are there near to you, then empanelment there, even if you do some less assignments, this makes sense.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And art of getting valuation assignment, SEBI empaneled research analyst. This is separate profession, and one can empanel as a research analyst. Any graduate is eligible to empanel as research analyst. Number one thing. Number two thing, if you are pursuing anything else, either job or practice, then you are not eligible to empanel as research analyst. And try to befriend the research analyst. This brings business. Mutual fund managers and hedge funds managers particularly, that also brings business. Actuarials and then the loss assessors of the insurance companies, means when there is another side of the coin as far as loss assessors are concerned. That side is the appraisers who appraise the quantum of the insurance required before one goes for the insurance. This makes sense to get acquainted with the insurance appraisers also. Retired judges, if you can, acting as arbitrator. Most of the retired judges, right from ADJ to the Chief Justice of India, after retirement, their favorite profession is arbitration. If you can befriend the retired judges who are acting as arbitrators. Now, how to get connected to the chamber of the other nations also? If you are near to Bombay or near to Delhi, then you can target one or two nations and there are common chambers. And in these common chambers, if you become the member, then you get the quality cream assignments, possibility of getting quality cream assignments, that is there. But there also you will have to compete with the other as far as knowledge bank is concerned. So keep your knowledge bank strong, and it makes sense if you are in Bombay or in Delhi, if you become and get acquainted with the chamber of twin nations, two nations, and these chambers are counterparts and they always are with the business delegation. Business delegations happens twice in a year from here and twice in a year from that nation. That means that is half yearly scenario. And now activities are already starting up fresh, so be careful about that. Memberships as suggested, BMO membership, that makes sense. Program attending RVOs come here to learn. Others, you are in the company of your clients. Rather, get it here, BMO. If you are in the BMO, you are in the company of your clients. Creating buzz about yourself. If you are not visible, then nobody will approach you. And make your USP. And make your USP that decide what you want to do with your valuation qualification. Some of these suggestions are there. And I particularly go for, as far as valuation is concerned, I particularly go for the mentioning at serial number 3, meticulous working. You can design your own USP. Continuous learning, yes, hand holding, very important at initial stage. And at later stage, you can hand hold the youngsters, means new entrant in the profession. Suppose you have already passed 3 years in this profession, then this is time to hand hold in different way, where you are holding the hand of someone else. And Akashi,
Yes, sir.
you can invite some of the persons who are here attending the program one by one for their comments and their inputs basically. Inputs will help us. Mr. V. Thayalan, Dr. V. Thayalan, he is there from since very beginning. We can invite him for his contribution in this today's Dhanteras special session. Mr.
Yes.
Dr. Thayalanji, welcome.
Thayalanji,
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
please unmute yourself.
Kindly share your USP with the new entrant in the profession so that they also get the opportunity to grow. Kindly unmute yourself, sir. You are muted. Yes. Sir, this wire needs to be corrected because the speaker of the wire, that is on the back side. And if you remove wire, then your voice will be better. Remove this wire from both sides, and then the voice will be better. Sir, voice not coming through wire. Remove this from your system also.
रिकॉर्ड चक्का मार दिया क्या?
When we are getting some disturbance, we will go little later to Mr. Alanji. That time he will sort out the issues. And in the meantime, let us go to Mahesh ji. Mahesh Gupta ji is there. No, he is not there.
Mahesh sir is not here.
Then go to Arvind. Arvind Kohli is from Gurgaon. Arvind Kohli, kindly unmute yourself. Satish ji, kindly mute yourself. Lot of noise is coming from there. Mr. Arvind Kohli, welcome, sir.
Hello,
Welcome,
Hello.
sir.
Yes.
Welcome.
am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Outside, it was a very pleasant and very informative session. I'm sorry that I could join late, but I really liked it. And I wish that you keep convening such sessions more frequently, because there are a lot of queries by not only youngsters, even people like me also who are nascent in this valuation stage. Okay, and there's a lot to learn from your good, rich experience, and it's really good. And the way you explain each and everything with so much of minute details and all, it's really, I mean, heads off to you, sir. Heads off to you.
Thank you. And let us listen to Mr. Sethi. Mr. Paramjit Singh Sethi ji, if you are still there, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
And
I am
add
there.
something. Add
So,
something as per your
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I have joined your session very late, sir. I am sorry for that. I was stuck in a traffic. So, but the whatever I have heard, very nice session, very practical, and this type of sessions are very rare to join. So this is a very good section, and I think members are well educated by this your experience, and we will try to go by that so that we can get some value assignments. Thank you.
Thank you. And N.K. Gupta ji, he is having very extensive experience. Mr. Gupta, Mr. Mahesh Gupta ji, kindly unmute yourself and share your experience. Okay, still settling. And we have another Doyen, H.K. Bakshi ji. And then we have Mr. Anvajgan. Anvaji, kindly come on screen and share your advice for the new entrant in the profession. Mukundji, you want to say something? Welcome.
Yes, sir.
After Anvaji, yes. First,
Good,
and then we will come to you, sir.
sir, good evening, sir. Sir, basically, I'm a land and building valuer here from Pondicherry, sir.
Okay.
I was listening to all your things from the beginning. It's a very valuable thought that we should avoid these low hanging fruits. Basically, the bank valuation, where the kind of the way the valuers treated is getting worse day by day, sir, in bank valuation. And you rightly pointed out to move out from that, and we'll try all that avenues, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you very much.
And Anvadi, there is suggestion for you that
Yes,
focus
sir.
on IIT and INVIT.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I will do it, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, Mukundji.
Yes, actually, it was a good session. And basically, some of the very bitter experiences of the bank. First of all, it is very difficult. Although you are empaneled, they will never give you the work. Even if you ask them, they will give some other reasons. If the work is there, they will choose the report which is close to their expectations.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will find out some flaw. And in some two cases, it has so happened that they are given the work and everything is accepted. But they said that you are the fourth person, not the third person. So instead of they are paying through client. So there are a lot of even I think definitely we should try whatever Ajay sir is telling. And let's see actually.
Yes. Be selective with the bank, sir.
Yeah.
Only approach the affluent banks, multinational banks. Multinational banks is still some because they are not being approached by all and sundry valuers. All and sundry valuers are just queuing up with SBI and PNB.
Yeah.
There is no fun to be in crowd. And
Yes,
let us go to Mr. M.K. Gupta, Mahesh Gupta ji. He is there, and I think now he will be able to connect. Mr. Mahesh Gupta ji, with your comment, we will just try to end today's session. And in the meantime, we have Mr. QCQCom. Sir, you want to say something? Sir, kindly unmute yourself.
I am Dayalan here.
Yes, sir. Now audible.
Yeah. See, I am Dayalan. I'm practicing company secretary as well as the, yeah. And I was in the employment for about 25 years. Just I entered into this field. I got the IP as well as the RV also. Now I am looking for some assignment in the RV side as well as the IP side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Yeah, but I'm not able to get any assignment so far. I am looking for how to move into it. I am just downloading some reports from your website. I'm going through it also.
Okay, feel free to get connected on WhatsApp. My number I have mentioned in the chat box.
Okay.
Feel free to get connected and let us see what can be done. Right?
Yeah.
Rajesh, with your comment, I will hand over the things to Akashji so that we can finish.
Rajeshwar Rauji.
Rajeshwar, with your comment, we will ask Akashji to do the formal finishing.
He is not here. He has left the meeting.
Okay, perfect. Akashji, just close it formally in 1 minute and so that we are.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So on behalf of every member that has who have attended this session and the members who would be attending via Facebook Live and others, I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you have narrated the art very well. The art as a teacher and as a mentor guide, yeah, you were very fantastic, and we all are very obliged that we have got to know so many things, so many areas where there is a scope for valuation, new valuers, and where we can move further instead of following the path that has been traveled by many. So that it was a very wonderful session, and with this, we are closing for the day, and we'll be having another session in the month of November. myvaluationbank.com as well as ERVA. I request you all of you to visit myvaluationbank.com in case you stuck anywhere, or whenever you feel to brush up your knowledge or to gain an insight as to how this world works. You can
Hello,
definitely
Rajesh ji.
visit the website, and it is totally free. You can go there and have a look at this. With this, thank you everyone.
Akashi,
Happy Diwali.
Akashi also invite if anyone would like to be speaker, then we are also open for it.
Yes, on any topic, if you feel that you have some insight that can be shared with other members, or any particular, or having knowledge or experience of for any particular assignment, please feel free to come forward, to come connect, and so that we can have you on the board, and will share your and it will be very obliged to get your experience shared with all others members. So formally, thank you. We'll be meeting
Thank
soon
you.
next month. Thank you, sir.
India, 2 balls, 2 runs.
Huh?
India needs 2 balls, 2 runs.